With E3 just about to happen and Warhorse Studios presenting to us a shiny brand new trailer for Kingdom Come Deliverance, I wanted to revisit the first trailer. My name is Stalli111, welcome back to Kingdom Come Talk. Today I'm discussing the dungeoning mechanic, or dungeon exploring within Kingdom Come Deliverance. And before I jump into the video, I do have a couple codes I'm giving away at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. So I looked at the trailer again, and every time I have, this point has always intrigued me. It has you as Henry exploring what it looks like a dungeon or cave system. So I wanted to talk about what could happen and be within these dungeons or caves. I reached out to Warhorse to get this one answered. I was wondering if, like many other open world RPGs that contain caves or dungeons, if there would be any puzzles of sorts within the game. I was replied straight after with a resounding no. Warhorse believed that there's no historically accurate way to implement any puzzles. I did suggest that there could be some myths of hidden treasure or secrets that could be implemented, but I'm a bit rough on my Bohemian history, so I don't quite know if there are any stories as such. However, it has been implied that some dungeons may have a secret passageway, as possibly a royal route of escape in a dire time. As Henry is not a royal, he most likely is not knowledgeable of their location, and would possibly have to investigate or even solve a couple puzzles to unlock it. Within these secret routes could very well contain some unique items only found if the player can figure out the puzzle. So we know that there will be multiple mines within the game, and Warhorse have confirmed them to be an important part of the story. But how deep will these mines go? I reckon if Warhorse have added a ton of detail to them, making the mines contain a bundle of routes, there could in fact be some secrets to indulge in when exploring them. I can imagine there being specific or unique weaponry within these mines that you could either craft from ores, or steal from old chests or miners themselves, and these slightly better weapons could be the player's choice, especially with a realistic combat system. You will certainly want to obtain any advantage you can over your opponents when on the battlefield. As for caves and typical dungeons, I can see Henry creating a little den or hideout with a stash of supplies for his travels there. It will be decent shelter for anybody whom can't afford a home or just isn't anywhere near a settlement in which they are on good terms with. Talking about supplies within the dungeons, possibly castle dungeons could contain some food or wine of sorts to keep out the way and maybe use it as a storage space. This could prove useful for us if we are feeling a little light on our food rations. We could also see some wildlife within the caves and dungeons. I can imagine the occasional pig, deer, or even a small bear venturing in for shelter. So you should keep your guard up when investigating them. I also assume that in the dungeons we will experience some infestations, being insects or rodent-like creatures. And with the possibility of diseases, I'd stay wary of any rats about. Talking about diseases, there could be a unique item or herb within these caves in which can exclusively create potions or brewed drinks, which are believed to oppose said disease or infection. This could very well end up being your main goal of exploring these caves, in search for a cure of sorts. Lastly, I'd like to mention that you could be sent or join a group of mercenaries on a quest to rescue fellow revolutionaries, whom are located within occupied dungeons. So this is where your skills could come in handy. You could plan a stealthy raid to get the prisoners out without anybody noticing, or charge in, hoping that the element of surprise is good enough support for you. And as previously mentioned, you could always find these secret passages and use them if needs be. More information on the dungeons and caving systems should be coming soon. However, I doubt that there will be any dungeon crawling due to Dan Vavra's skepticism of it and the results from a forum poll. If you have any ideas of what could happen within the dungeons or caves, do tell me in a comment below. And while we're on the topic of comments, if you want to win one of these codes for Kingdom Come Deliverance, all you need to do is tell me why you want it so much. The winner will be randomly selected from the best comments over the course of the E3 season. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this video. My name is Stalli111. Make sure to drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you've not done so already. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace off.